Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 1, Text 36. Papameva shrayad asman hatvaitanatatayinaha tasmanarha vayam hantum tartarashtran svabhandavam svajanam hi katam hatva sukinaha shyama madhava. Synonyms: Papam, vices; eva, certainly; ashrayat, must take upon; asman, us; hatva, by killing; yatan, all these; atatayinaha, aggressors; tasmat, therefore; na, never; arhaha, deserving; vayam, us; hantum, to kill; Dhartarashtran, the sons of Dhritarashtra; Svabhandavan, along with friends; Svajanam, kinsmen; He, certainly; Katham, how; Hatva, by killing; Sukinaha, happy; Shyama, become; Madhava, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune. Translation: Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune? And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? Purport: According to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. 1. A poison giver. 2. One who sets fire to the house. 3. One who attacks with deadly weapons. 4. One who plunders riches. 5. One who occupies another's land. And 6. One who kidnaps a wife. Such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. Such killing of aggressors is quite befitting for any ordinary man. But Arjuna was not an ordinary person. He was saintly by character, and therefore he wanted to deal with them in saintliness. This kind of saintliness, however, is not for a Kshatriya. Although a responsible man in the administration of a state is required to be saintly, he should not be cowardly. For example, Lord Rama was so saintly that people were anxious to live in his kingdom, Rama Rajya. But Lord Rama never showed any cowardice. Ravana was an aggressor against Rama because he kidnapped Rama's wife Sita. But Lord Rama gave him sufficient lessons, unparalleled in the history of the world. In Arjuna's case, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own grandfather, own teacher, friends, sons, grandsons, etc. Because of them, Arjuna thought that he should not take the severe steps necessary against ordinary aggressors. Besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunctions for saintly persons are more important than any political emergency. Arjuna considered that rather than kill his own kinsmen for political reasons, it would be better to forgive them on grounds of religion and saintly behavior. He did not, therefore, consider such killing profitable simply for the matter of temporary bodily happiness. After all, kingdoms and pleasures derived therefrom are not permanent. So why should he risk his life and eternal salvation by killing his own kinsmen? Arjuna's addressing of Krishna as Madhava, or the husband of the goddess of fortune, is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that as husband of the goddess of fortune, he should not have to induce Arjuna to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing of his devotees. Text 37 to 38. Yadyapyatena pashyanti lobhopahata chetasaha kulakshaya kritam dosham mitradrohe cha patakam katam nagneyam asmabhihi papadasman nivartitum kulakshaya kritam dosham prapashyabdhe janardana. Synonyms: yadi, if; api, certainly; yate, they; na, do not; pashyanti, see; lobha, greed; upahata, overpowered; chetasaha, the hearts; kulakshaya, in killing the family; kritam, done; dosham, fault; mitradrohe, quarreling with friends; cha, also; patakam, sinful reactions; katham, why; na, shall not; nyeyam, know this; asmabhihi, by us; papat, from sins; asmat, ourselves; nivartitum, to cease; kulakshaya, the destruction of a dynasty; kritam, by so doing; dosham, crime; prapashyadbhihi, by those who can see; janardana, O Krishna. Translation: O Janardana, although these men overtaken by greed see no fault in killing one's family or quarreling with friends, why should we, with knowledge of the sin, engage in these acts? Purport: a Kshatriya is not supposed to refuse to battle or gamble when he is so invited by some rival party. Under such obligation, Arjuna could not refuse to fight because he was challenged by the party of Duryodhana. In this connection, Arjuna considered that the other party might be blind to the effects of such a challenge. Arjuna, however, could see the evil consequences and could not accept the challenge. Obligation is actually binding when the effect is good, but when the effect is otherwise, then no one can be bound. Considering all these pros and cons, Arjuna decided not to fight. Text 39. Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharmaha sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam kritsnam adharmo bhi bhavatyuta. Synonyms: kulakshaye, in destroying the family; pranashyanti, becomes vanquished; kula dharmaha, the family traditions; sanatanaha, eternal; dharme, in religion; nashte, being destroyed; kulam, family; kritsnam, wholesale; adharmaha, irreligious; abhibhavati, transforms; uta, it is said. Translation: with the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligious practice. Purport: in the system of the Varnashrama institution, There are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values. The elder members are responsible for such purifying processes in the family, beginning from birth to death. But on the death of the elder members, such family traditions of purification may stop, and the remaining younger family members may develop irreligious habits and thereby lose their chance for spiritual salvation. Therefore, for no purpose should the elder members of the family be slain.